So it's been a very long time since I got a chance to play Killer Instinct 2 online via Xbox One. But I do want to give a shout out to someone who messaged me recently who wanted to play a couple of matches for I think over an hour. So thank you so much, Kvondo, for playing. It was a lot of fun. So here we go. Let's get into these matches. So I'm going to stick with my Jago, which is pretty much the character I mostly play exclusively on this game. I have tried the other ones, but I'll stick to this one. Alright, so he's going Glacius, so I will stick to Jago. Glacius has that teleport uppercut that goes on the ground, that puddle thing. It's counterable by using Jago's slide. So this game works on not exactly frame data, but a counter system. So every special move has a counter to the opponent's special move. So because this game is pretty old, you can say that this combat system is not the best approach for a fighting game, but it's okay, it's different. And in a way, it's more like a rock, paper, scissors format, which I've said many years ago because that's what it is. You can't really predict what the opponent is going to do, but when they do something and you have enough time to react, you know which special move of yours will actually counter their special move, and vice versa. So that's very different from newer games or other fighting games that heavily rely on frame data. But yeah, anyways, here we go. So yeah, it's been a couple years. Let me just make sure what the delay is like because I'm in Canada and I believe he's in United States. So the connection should be okay if you're both like yellow bars, but this game's netcode is not the best. It's not as good as the last KI game from 2013 on Xbox. The netcode is very basic, so if you're I think within Canada and America and you're both close to each other, then the lag or the button delay should be minimal, but if you go further away from that, then there's very noticeable amounts of lag and delay, and it's just not as fun. So if you want to play this game online with someone, like with a friend, make sure they're in the same region, same city preferably, but yeah, the same region should be okay. But once you start going overseas or across like, 3 continents or really far away, then yeah, it gets more laggy. But yeah, like right there, yeah, it's starting to kick in. But for the most part, I think it's okay, it's manageable, so I'll stick around and play. So anyways, oh wow, he parried the overhead, nice. There's a lot of animations from Jago's normal attacks that were used on Jago for Killer Instinct in 2013. Specifically, I remember his back and fierce kick animation was both in KI1 and KI2, but it was used for Shadow Jago's forward fierce kick. Alright. Yeah, and this game also has a format for the combo system where you can actually use auto doubles, you can use manual hits after an opener or linker, or you can do, I believe it's auto doubles and then into 2 or 3 hit manuals, which is very risky, but yeah. You have the option of using autos or just manuals, and I always use manuals, like I'd say 90% of the time, but I will only use an auto double if I plan to use a combo with a throw in there somewhere and launch him into the air and do an air juggle, then maybe do a pressure double and then juggle with a super uppercut at the end, or super fireball, which is not really useful. Yeah, nice. Okay, so he's low health, he's in red. I can get him with the ultra if I can get a hit. Okay, his shoulder attack, yeah, really beats out my wind kick. Oh, there we go. And there we go, there is the ultra, and you can actually get a certain amount of hits depending how many enders you've done in that match. For example, there's about 4 normal special enders for the character and also a 5th hidden one. So if you do all of the 5 enders in a single match and then do the ultra, you will get the maximum amount of hits for the ultra. You can also add a super move, like a super uppercut at the end, to add a few more hits to the end of the ultra, which is pretty cool. So he's going to stick to Glacius, that's fine. I'll get used to his attacks. He has the teleport uppercut, he's got the shoulder slam, and he has that big fist move that pulls me in if it actually hits me, but I can block it. Alright, that was the spirit move I've done with Jago. The safest time to do it is after the first life bar is depleted. It will drain, I think, about 1/5 of your health, and reserve it for the end of your second life bar, as long as you are not finished by an ultimate or stage fatality, you will actually revive out of the floor with your spirit or your ghost, and you'll have, I think, about 1/5 of your health and 6 bars of super meter to use. I believe it's 6. I don't think you get 12. I think it's 6. Bridge, okay. Bridge, yeah, this is one of those very dangerous levels where I will not use the Jago Spirit move because it's a waste of health, because the entire bridge is a knockoff stage. So, yeah. There's the overhead. There we go. So what I find in this game is it was more balanced in terms of combo ability compared to KI1, which was a very slower paced game, and some characters like Cinder were incredibly good compared to other characters like Jago that were very slow. So in this game, at least, almost everyone is more fairly balanced. They all have the equal amount of opportunities to do specific combos, it's more fair. Man, I haven't played KI from 2013, I think, in over like a couple of years, I think? I don't know, man. It's been so long. I kind of stopped playing it for a very long time. But, yeah, it's kind of rare that I got a chance to play KI2 online, so I thought, why not? Let's hop on and we'll play for a bit and see how the connection is. And so far, it's alright. It's manageable. There's the combo breaker. Alright, so the way you build up super meter in this game is not by hitting the opponent, is by them blocking your attacks. So this way, it functions a little differently to where if the opponent is always blocking, then you are going to get meter to get a little bit more aggressive with the extra damage you can do if you actually can hit them afterwards. For example, if you're going to hit the opponent consistently, you're not going to get meter because you don't need the extra meter. If they are very low on life, then of course they are going to be in return given more meter. So you are given more meter when you actually have your attack blocked or when you are being hit, not when you are hitting the opponent, because the game already gives you a massive amount of damage with certain combos. You don't need any more by getting free meter on hit. So it's only on block and also when you are getting hit, not when you are attacking the opponent and they are getting hit by your attacks. So it's a little bit different, and in a way I think it's a bit more fair that way. So anyways, alright, so this is also another stage fatality area where I do not want to use the spirit move. Yeah, it's a kind of a waste of life, but let's see, there's the overhead. Yeah, you really got to learn the overhead combos in the game. The overhead pretty much functions as an opener. There we go, there's a juggle. We got some lag, that's okay. 40%, nice. You got so many ways you can actually start combos in this game. Jumping attacks, overheads, openers, and overheads. There we go. Alright. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to switch to different colors. So, because I don't want to use the same color all the time. I mean, I'm going to use Jago pretty much the entire match. So, be prepared to see a lot of Jago. I don't play this game that much, not enough to practice with all the other characters. I do kind of like Fulgore. I think he's kind of fun to use, but he's more difficult to use. But I'm going to stick to Jago. Just because I remember a lot of stuff about Jago anyways. Alright, there we go. Oh, wow, went right through. The thing with Kim Moo that is really throwing me off is that down, back, down, and down forward attack she has, where she like jumps forward and does a kick. I keep forgetting, and I don't know why, but I keep getting caught off guard with the overhead version and the low attack right there. That was an overhead version. That's what it looked like, I think, because I was blocking low. I don't know, it's really throwing me off. I should go into practice mode and kind of just test it out and see what the actual buttons are, or if I'm just like timing it wrong with the block. Oh, you gotta respect the wake up. If I got meter, and there's even more meter, yeah, just waste it. Yeah, you can even start combos by doing a jumping attack if both of you are in the air. Then you can do a special move to juggle, then do a pressure double, and then do a juggle with a super uppercut move. You can juggle with the super fireball, but it's a waste of 4 bars a meter. There's no point. Alright, let's see. There again, yeah, that little kick there she does. She hops forward and does a kick. I think one could be a low attack and the other could be an overhead. I gotta go check it out in practice mode. I really gotta see. So the last time I played this game, I believe, at least online, I think it was a year ago with someone else, but it was like only a couple of matches, and then when I had a very long session, like for hours and hours. That would have been back in 2013 when this launched as a special bonus pack with KI1 and also the 2013 version. So yeah, it's been what 9 years since I really played this game for a consistent amount of time, like this long. Yeah, we played over an hour. It was fun. So yeah, and he mostly stuck to Kimu, but it's fine. Use whatever you're comfortable with. But this is a nice stage too. I think there's a stage fatality or stage knockoff in this area. I believe on the wing of the plane, I think. I mean, it's been so long since I've actually seen it. I gotta check it out on YouTube. I think there is. But I think there is on this stage. I think, man, I can't remember. It's been so long. Like, stage knockoffs are not something I really focus on. Alright, good stuff. Good match. Alright, we'll do one more for now. We'll switch colors. I like the white one too, but we'll use purple this time. I know on the N64 version, KI Gold, they added a few more extra colors. Like there was a pure gray one, a pure gold, and there was like an all dark one with no textures. I believe it was like, yeah, all black or something. I think so. Yeah, the N64 version does have a lot of extra features, extra things you can unlock, but it's got less frames of animation for characters, and it also does not have Jago's spirit move. I don't know why it was removed. It's kind of strange. But I prefer the original arcade version of KI2. There we go. Oh, that's a big combo. Nice. Big combo, 7 hits. Yeah, I don't use my super meter for super linkers because I'd rather build up the extra 3 bars to get a super uppercut instead. I think it's a waste of 3 meters of doing a super linker, which does a small amount of extra damage compared to a normal linker. I would rather just keep the extra meter and then build up to 6 bars for a super uppercut in the end. So that's it. That is the end of the first set of matches in Killer Instinct 2 Online. Please leave a thumbs up on the video because matches in this game for YouTube are very rare nowadays. But it was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.